Hey guys, really quick before we get into the video, I just want to say thank you to all of my subscribers, the people who watch my videos and leave likes and support my channel. It's you guys that have made it possible for me to do the things that I've done with this channel that I'm going to be showing you in this video. And we're going to get into that once I get into the video, but I just wanted to say thank you to you guys before we get started. I also want to give a quick shout out to Video Sarah at Fiverr. I've been working with her a lot over the last couple of days in creating the intro and outro for this video, as well as all the future Star Wars Force Arena content that I'm going to be releasing on this channel. Really kind of excited for that. But yeah, I left her profile link in the description of the video, so if you guys are interested in any kind of video work for yourself, you got your own YouTube channels or anything like that, go give her a check out. She's got some different packages, and she was a really good seller to work with. I really enjoyed it. So with all that having been said, let's get into the video. Hello everyone, and welcome once again to The Crash. My name is Zeramus, and on today's episode we are going to be playing some Star Wars Force Arena. But before we get into the gameplay, I just want to do another quick thank you to Video Sarah for the intro that you guys just saw. And also you should stick around for the outro. She worked on that as well. It is amazing, and I've really only got two words to describe it. Dancing Stormtrooper. I love it. It's great. So thanks again to Video Sarah for all the work she's done over the last couple of days and putting this stuff together for me. I greatly appreciate it. So now into the gameplay. This game was actually released on the 11th of January, so it's only a little bit more than 2 weeks old at this point. So it's still relatively new, which consequently means it's a great time to actually get into the game right now, because the developers are throwing out all kinds of little gifts and crystals and credits and all kinds of little things to everybody that is signing on now and kind of getting the game started up, you know. So if you want to give this game a try out, it is a lot of fun, and like I said, they're just giving all kinds of free goodies right now, so it's a great time to get started. Now, in terms of gameplay, people have said that this game plays similar to Vainglory and Clash Royale. Now, I actually never played Vainglory, so I can't really make any comparisons to that. I just kind of have to take their word for it. But the similarities to Clash Royale are fairly obvious to notice, in that this is a card game. You collect quantities of a card. After reaching a certain quantity, you can upgrade the card using your credits. They have their rarities. You got your common cards, your rare cards, your epic cards, your legendary cards. One of the things they have in this game that they do not have by comparison is the unique card, which are, they look like they have the background of a legendary card, but they can only be used with specific leaders, which we will get into real quick. So yeah, the energy cost is right here, similar to Elixir in Clash Royale. You can have 10 energy at any given time. It regenerates over time. You spend the energy in order to deploy troops and use support cards to help them out. If you're at 10 energy, then you're just going to sit at 10 energy and it's never going to go anywhere, and you're just kind of wasting it. So you kind of got to spend things in order to keep things going and manage your energy flow. And then 1 minute before the match is over, you go into a double energy state where you recover energy twice as fast, similar to double elixir, right? So these are my legendary cards over here. They are all leaders. The leader is another aspect. I think that's kind of where the Vainglory tie comes in, but I'm not entirely sure. But it's the only really thing that I can kind of guess that would be from Vainglory. The leader is your personal character on the battlefield. So you actually get to control everything that your leader does. You get to choose who it targets. You get to choose whether you want to engage or move away, or you know, everything about your leader you get to control. And each leader has different skills and abilities that makes them unique. Luke right now is one of my favorite Rebel Alliance leaders. He's extremely powerful. I love him. So we take a look at his card right quick. He's got a skill like all the other leaders, and this is basically an ability that goes on cooldown when you use it, and then you have to wait for the cooldown, and then you can use it again. So he slashes with his lightsaber to deal 250% of attack power as damage to enemies in front of him. I've never actually tested what the arc of that AoE is, if it's like 180 in front of him or if it's just kind of a frontal cone. I've always kind of assumed it's just a frontal cone. So that is his skill. He can use it every time it comes off of cooldown. His special ability is called Trust Your Feelings. So if Ben Kenobi is defeated, then Luke Skywalker's damage increases by 20% for 30 seconds, which is pretty freaking insane. But that effect will disappear if Luke is defeated. And if you look at his text here, after consecutive attacks, he strikes an enemy directly ahead and reflects enemy blaster fire when standing still. So what that basically means, your opponent sends stormtroopers after you and you have Luke far enough away that he's not going to engage them with his lightsaber, but they target him with their blasters. He'll sit there with his lightsaber and actually deflect all of their blaster fire back. And I think Luke could eliminate a squad of stormtroopers without moving. Without taking any damage. He can kill them all just by reflecting their fire back at them, I think. I don't think he takes any damage doing that. It's kind of random where the blaster fire goes. Sometimes it goes back and hits them. Sometimes it goes into the ground and does nothing. So you got to keep that in mind. And I think if he gets overwhelmed by blaster fire, that he'll start taking damage from it. So, yeah. All of these different abilities, or leaders have different abilities. He uses superior tactics to swap the cards in his hand for more cards. So you get to mulligan your hand and get new cards. And his gambler ability basically means whenever you mulligan your hand, you actually get 1 or 2 energy back from doing that. That's crazy efficient as an ability. So very similar again to Clash Royale. So that's kind of the cards. The purples are epics, the blues are rares. Hey, similar to Clash Royale, right? I'm just going to go real quick into the rewards. So this is your reward screen. You got empty slots here. You collect victory packs by winning battles similar to chests in Clash Royale. They require time to unlock similar to chests. This is your play pack. It works similar to your crown chest. You need to get 10 points in order to open it. That works a little bit differently in this game. A victory will get you 3 points, a draw will get you 2, a defeat will get you 1. So you can actually lose 10 straight without taking a single tower or shield generator or anything, and you will actually be able to open your play pack. So you'd probably be very frustrated after that run of games, but you'd at least get to open your play pack. And then, of course, free packs regenerate over time. You can hold up to 3 of them, and then you open up and get cards. So that's the reward system, very similar again to Clash Royale. Going into the shop, you got your special offers that they're going to give you, and then you have your card selection. So you got some common cards, some rare cards, a couple epic cards. These reset every few hours, similar to the shop in Clash Royale. And you just kind of pick and choose if there's anything here that you want to buy, you can do so. The trader is a unique aspect to Force Arena, and this is a very important one. I'm going to say it's a very important one because this game will start you out with 4 legendary cards. You get 2 Rebel Alliance leaders and 2 Galactic Empire leaders. I'm pretty sure they start you all out with the same ones, but I'm just going to say myself, for instance. I started the game with Luke and Leia on the Rebel Alliance, and I got Director Orson Krennic and the Grand Inquisitor on the Galactic Empire side. So I start the game with 4 legendary cards. Now, if you look over here in this corner, you can trade 1 legendary for another random legendary. You do not need any of a particular card in order to use it in battle. So if I go back to my dark side deck real quick, boop, click on Vader and bring up my card collection and bring up the Grand Inquisitor, I have 0 of this guy. I traded him. I can still play as the Grand Inquisitor as my leader. It just means that I need to get 2 of them if I want to level them up. That's really all it means. So if there's a leader that you don't particularly use, you don't care for it, you can pop over here to the trader and toss him into the trade and get a different legendary. And then if the legendary you get isn't one that you want, well then 6 hours, when the trader resets every 6 hours, you can take the one that you just got that you didn't want and give it back to him and try and get another one. It only costs 1,000 credits to do this. So you can cycle through legendary leaders that you don't want in order to try and get the ones you do want, or unlock new ones so that you have them all available to use in your decks. So this is a very, very good system for trying to get a hold. I recommend keeping this guy on cooldown until you get all of the legendaries. At that point, it kind of becomes a toss-up because you either have to, get rid of epics to get uniques. And like I said, the uniques are unique into this game that you can only use them with specific leaders, So yeah, this game has a lot of room for expansion, by the way. Looking through all of the different cards, I didn't notice any cards that weren't from any series other than the original motion picture trilogy and Rogue One. So they didn't use anything from the prequel trilogy or the forthcoming episodes 7, 8, and 9. So there's no Qui-Gon Jinn, no Darth Maul. Similarly, there's no Poe Dameron, there's no Kylo Ren. So they have a lot of different characters in the Star Wars universe that they can still grab from in order to expand this game. So it's really kind of exciting, especially if you're looking for a game with kind of a Star Wars twist that follows like a Clash Royale kind of thing. So what I want to do today is talk about Ben Kenobi. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull up my Luke deck and bring him up. This guy is very controversial right now in this game. He is both incredibly overpowered while simultaneously being almost useless. It sounds really strange to say that, but I can kind of explain. So let's take a look. First, he's unique. He can only be used when Luke Skywalker is your leader. Uses the Force to convert enemies into allies. That's right, he Jedi mind tricks the enemy and gets the enemies to work for you. That's great. The problem is, there's some things that he can't Jedi mind trick, and the Galactic Empire players are wary of this card. They know he's out there. So I'm just going to click here, and it's going to show some of the top players in the world. We're going to look at Mauser Teleri here, because he very heavily favors dark side. So let's take a look at his dark side deck. He's got Darth Vader, the ATST Walker. The ATST Walker cannot be mind tricked by Kenobi. He's got a stun grenade, which obviously cannot be mind tricked. I'm not sure if the probe droid can be mind tricked or not. I don't know. I know the Sand Trooper can, the Bladesman can, the Stormtroopers can, but Dr. Aphra cannot. The unique cards cannot be mind tricked. So the only cards that I'm sure that can get mind tricked in this deck are the Sand Trooper here, the Devaronian Bladesman here, and the Stormtroopers here. None of these cards are of particular value to Ben Kenobi to take control of them. So it's not worth the 8 energy it costs to play Ben Kenobi to take those. So Ben Kenobi becomes a loss in a deck like that. You're not really going to want to play him because it's just not worth it. Which basically means he sits in your hand and does nothing, making him effectively useless. However, if your Galactic Empire opponent is playing this guy, the MTV-7 light vehicle, high hit points, high attack power, and it can get Jedi mind tricked. So you're going to steal 5 energy from your enemy with Ben Kenobi if you steal this. They're going to spend 5 energy to put this guy down, and you're going to put down Ben Kenobi and turn it against them. So in that regard, you're not spending 8 energy for Kenobi. You're spending 8 energy for Kenobi plus the MTV-7 light vehicle, which effectively reduces Kenobi's cost to 3 energy, which is incredibly efficient. Taking an MTV-7 light vehicle away from them on an initial push can easily end the game. Like, you can literally completely take out their tower, their turrets, and take out their shield generator with just that one push if you get a good push with it. The other high value target for Kenobi are the Imperial Heavy Gunners. These guys less so. I mean, you're getting 5 energy worth of troops. You're stealing it from your opponent. These guys' HP though is really low, so a TIE strike might be able to bring these guys down fairly well. Or not a TIE strike. Would it be a TIE strike? Yeah, it would be. The Empire would be having to use it against them. So a TIE strike against these guys could pretty much kill them off. So a little bit less of a value, other than the fact that you just rob 5 energy from your opponent and force them to have to actually kill their own troops in order to prevent their own troops from running over them. So these 2 targets, if you can get a hold of them, devastating. Absolutely devastating to the opponent. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get into a couple of battles here with Ben Kenobi and see if I can grab some of those high value targets just to kind of show what I mean. But before we get into the battles, as always, if you like the content, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and follow me on Twitter if you'd like to be notified whenever I upload new content. So with all that having been said, let's get into some battles. All right, real quick before we get into the battles, I just kind of want to go over this. This is your inbox. So this is where all the cool little special rewards and stuff like that are coming from players. And then you also get this mission list where you can complete achievements in order to collect rewards. So if I do this achievement and then I'm going to have some more achievements here, if I get through to the end of these, I can collect Grand Moff Tarkin. So that's pretty cool. And that's your settings. So that's what those are. The missions is actually kind of fun. Some really good rewards in there. In the missions, you can get like unique cards and stuff like that too. So if you do pick up the game, make sure you're keeping an eye on your missions, keep an eye on your inbox for cool little rewards and stuff like that while you go. So real quick overview of the deck. Of course, Ben Kenobi, because Kenobi. I've got this guy, the Gigarin Rebel, very high damage per second. This is my defense against ATST walkers. I try to hold on to this guy in case the Empire is using the walkers, because you need really quick DPS. Those guys, the walkers have lots of hit points and they target buildings. They will eliminate your turrets very quickly, and trying to spam a whole bunch of troops on them usually doesn't end well because they'll probably just TIE strike it. This guy would actually survive from a TIE strike. As long as you protect this guy, he can bring down a walker pretty quickly and efficiently. Of course, I have the MLC3 light tank as a means for me to start a push without needing Kenobi to turn something away from them, so I can actually get a little bit of an offense going on if I need to. Then I have Twi'lek flamethrowers, area of effect. They're very cheap. Good AoE troops to take down things. Then, of course, I've got the really cheap Rebel Troopers, which are your standard little card. Rebel Pathfinders are slightly more expensive than the Rebel Troopers. You get 2 of them. They do a little bit better damage. You get them behind the little MLC3 tank, and they can do quite a bit of work. And then I have the X-Wing, which is basically just a lane strafe to do damage to lots of groups of smaller enemies. So that's what that is. So that kind of explains what my deck is doing. So now I've done all that. Let's get into a battle. Now, hopefully it doesn't take too long. Oh, by the way, you can click these guys and they go through little cool motions, right? So, click on 1v1, and let's see what we get. Hopefully we get something where we can actually demonstrate. Now, I'm playing this on BlueStacks. I picked up some mirroring software, and I can play this actually mirroring it on my tablet. But the quality of the video kind of leaves a lot to be desired. I'm trying to decide whether I want to use the mirroring software or if I'm just going to kind of hold out and try and get an Elgato. I really want to get an Elgato, but it's just not within my budget at the moment. I don't know if anybody's noticed, but if you look at the top of the screen, there is no Bandicam watermark there. That's right, it is gone forevermore. Never going to see a Bandicam watermark again. And I don't necessarily have to cut out of the video because of time constraints, although a lot of my videos are probably still going to wind up being kind of edited around to make up for the fact that, like, if I'm playing this game, look, I've been waiting for a minute for a battle. Rebel Alliance is notorious for long waits. Galactic Empire's usually a better way to go if you want short wait times. Probably why a lot of people favor the dark side on the higher end of things, just because queue times are quicker. But yeah, got all that going down. You know, I might have to turn off the recording here for a second. I'll just be back as soon as I get into a battle. There we go. See you in a bit. That didn't actually take much longer after I cut off the recording. So we're up against Boba Fett for the Galactic Empire. Obviously, if you are playing Rebel Alliance, you get matched against the Galactic Empire and vice versa. So you're never going to be the Rebel Alliance facing off against the Rebel Alliance. No civil wars in this game. And we're just waiting for the battlefield to load here. Oh, there we go. I wonder why it's being so laggy. It's kind of weird. That was kind of weird. Okay, well, he just poison grenaded me. Okay, so looks like he's got sneaky rocket guy, so we're going to deploy some flamethrowers over here. Take out sneaky rocket guy and do some damage to Boba Fett. I'm going to deploy the MLC light tank and let them push forward. And I'm going to try to move in and... Whoa! Okay, so he does have the tank. I'm going to try and deploy Kenobi up here and take control of it quickly. There we go. We got it. Let's throw down the Pathfinder, or the Rebel Troopers. And let's engage Boba Fett here. Oh, he's going to run away. So I'm just going to take out his turret, and then I'm going to try and use my strike. I got it. And there we go. Okay, Kenobi's going to go off and die. And I'm not going to push forward because I don't really have anything to protect Luke. Now he's got this walker. So let's deal with the walker real quick. And he's trying to attack me. I'm going to sprint over here. So sprinting is something you can do. You kind of double tap the screen and you can sprint yourself forward. He's going to get my turret with his little sneaky rocket. I need to deploy some flamethrowers over here. Do some damage to Boba Fett. He's going to run away. Wise decision. I'm going to deploy a tank over here with some troops behind it to support it. He's got the MTV-7. I'm just going to try and kill this, actually. I'm just going to use Luke and try and take it down, and I do. The leader is defeated. I'm going to wait. Now, the turret will prioritize attacking troops over leaders. So, I'm going to steal that guy's health potion and try and get back over here. As long as... Got his turret. Cool. As long as your leader, as long as there's other units in the range of a turret, it won't attack your leader. So you can actually move in with your leader to tank at first. And then once your leader starts getting low on health, you can have the leader run out. That's fine. You can have the leader run out of range in order to protect them. So he's going to get my turret, which makes us even, except that we're not really even. Dang it, I just spent... I'm going to back away. Now watch this. I'm going to back away and stand perfectly still, and I'm going to deflect his blaster fire back at the tank. I'm going to just kind of do like that. And now I'm actually going to deploy Kenobi, and I'm going to steal his rocket, and now I can actually move up here, and I'm going to try and steal his health pack, which I do. Take out his leader, and now his shield generator actually does not have any defense, so I'm just going to engage his shield generator, and there you go. Game over. Good game, sir. Using Kenobi to steal things. I'll give you a thumb up. There you go. Oh, I got my playback. Cool. Right on. So a little bit laggy at the start there, but then it kind of cleared up. I have to... Maybe something was running in the background that I wasn't quite aware of, but worked out. Got ourselves a win, so we're going to go ahead and click OK. Gave that guy a thumb up, so let's see what we get in our play pack real quick. Give this an open, so 440 credits, a crystal, some TIE fighters, some Imperial infantry turrets, which is basically just a turret. Energy net, I think that was what the guy was using against me, trying to group everybody together. Gigarin Rebel, I need one more of him in order to upgrade him, and that is a really good card that I really want to upgrade. So Zabrak Assassins, that's really good too. Those are little stealthy guys. You can't actually see them until they attack. Now, if I remember correctly, I think Gigarin Rebels were actually on sale in the shop, aren't they? Oh, they are. Hi, I'll buy one of you. Thank you. I'm not going to buy any more, though. So now I can actually go to my deck, and let's give these a much-needed upgrade to level 5 for 600 credits. Boom. There we go. 50 XP. Boost these guys up to 417 damage per second now. That's great. All right. We're going to do one more battle. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the recording, and as soon as I get into another battle, I will be right back. And we're back. Okay, so we're up against Emperor Palpatine here. So let's see what he's playing. Just wait for the battlefield to load. Hopefully this battle isn't quite laggy like the last one was, although it is taking a little bit of time to jump into the thing here. Gotta figure out what's going on. I don't know if there's anything running in the background on my computer right now. Kind of an issue. Alright. So there we go, we're in. So let's see what Palpatine is going to be up to. So I start off with Ben Kenobi in my hand. So I think that is going to be... Oh, he's got the little turret, dude. Steal it. Boom. My turret. And now we're going to deploy Rebel Troopers. And now I'm going to actually move up and try and engage with... Nope. He's going to try and lure me into a trap. I'm going to move away. I'm going to try and steal his health pack, and I do. And let's get onto his tower and take it down. So that is done. Now I'm going to just move away. Move away. Go. Go, go. Sprint. Go, go, go. There we go. And deploy an MLC-3 light tank to shoot at those guys. And I want to put some Rebel Pathfinders down. And we're just going to kind of creep forward here. Looks like he's got a rocket attacking me. Or no, that's an AT-4. Or AT-4. ATSD. Military Days coming back at me. AT-4 rocket launcher. That's right. We'll just put down the Gigarin Rebel. And we'll throw down some Twi'lek flamethrowers. And now I'm going to back away from the Emperor because he does lots of damage. Emperor hits hard. And he is down. And now I'm going to move forward. I'm going to let the Gigarin Rebel probably go down there. I took out another turret with my tank. I need to back away now. So what do? I think I just put down Rebel Troopers. And we'll slice that guy. And I'm going to... Ben Kenobi, quick! Get up! Aha! Oh, so you can mind trick a probe droid. Well, that answers that question. So Ben Kenobi can indeed mind trick a probe droid. I don't know how you mind trick a droid, but he can do it. And now I am going to engage and just annihilate poor Emperor Palpatine here. And all of my guys are going to turn on to thing. There we go. And there we go. So his own MTV-7 light vehicle took out his shield generator. And that is the win. So I'm just going to good game. Give him a thumbs up. And there you have it. That has been Ben Kenobi for you. And that is why he is so controversial. You get one of those little MTV-7s and the game flips. He literally can turn the whole game around. So I think that is going to do it for this video. I'm going to do some work here and see if I can figure out what the heck is going on with my computer in terms of maybe some background applications running or anything like that. Hopefully next time there won't be any kind of lag issues or whatnot. Again, I'm going to keep tinkering around with the mirroring software and see if I can't get it to work so I can actually play on the tablet as opposed to the BlueStacks, because I'm sure you guys love hearing mouse click, 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 click while I'm trying to move my guy around all the time. So yeah, that's going to do it for this episode of The Crash. As always, if you like the content, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and follow me on Twitter if you'd like to receive notifications whenever I upload new content. Again, yeah, thank you guys for all the support and everything. I appreciate everything that you do for me because you're the one that allows me to actually be able to improve and grow my channel. So thanks again, guys, and please enjoy the outro.
We got Death Star, 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 we got Death Star.